we started yesterday, and yesterday we had an opportunity just to get to understand the e-campus. We had an interesting Q&A session where we brainstormed on some of the issues we had to tackle. We're going to be tackling assessment, access, and so many other issues that we were able to tackle yesterday. So for the benefit of those who missed out yesterday, we have uploaded the recording of yesterday's session. So if you're at the Dean School of Medicine virtual room, where we are currently, so let me just go there. So I have set up all the session recordings are going to be attached here. So this is day 1 recording. So yesterday we had a chance to look at the overview of the e-campus, the online course development approach, the online course development framework. So the framework will be the tool you will be using to guide you as you're developing the online course. I've also attached the documents you need to guide you as you are developing your online course, and I'll keep adding the documents here. So all the documents you need, the templates, as you are developing your online course, you'll be able to find it here. So for this Dean School of Medicine virtual office, it is going to be like our virtual office. So whenever we are having virtual meetings, we'll be using this link, Dean School of Medicine virtual meeting. You can also use it to organize your internal meetings. So this is your space at School of Medicine. The documents that we'll be sharing, we will be attaching there, and the training resources, I'll be attaching them here. So even for today, I'm recording the session, and I'll be able to add the session recording over here. So for the sake of those who are new, you can always get to the Dean's meeting room to get all the Dean School of Medicine meeting room to get all the resources that you require. So the documents, the training recordings, and the virtual meeting room. So this is our virtual meeting room. Hello. I hope we are all following.
Yes, Babra.
We are in.
Okay. So I had shared the wrong screen, so I'll just share. I'm sharing the right one. Yeah, that is the screen I intended to share. So this is the virtual meeting room. So the documents are here. The link to the virtual meeting room is here, and the recordings for the sessions are going to be here. So for those who were not with us yesterday, kindly just take time to listen to the recording so that you can be able to catch up. Now for today, I wish that we can end at 8:30 because I'll be heading to main campus because we have a session with the deans, and I have a session at 9:30 with them. So for today, I would wish us to squeeze our training into 1 hour. So we are starting at 7:22, and we hope to end at 8:30 so that I can rush to Maseno. So for today, what are we going to cover? Today we want to delve deeper into the learning management system. Remember, we said yesterday, the learning management system is going to be the center of our teaching operations, teaching and learning operations. For those who are joining the e-campus for the first time, meaning that this is your first time you'll be teaching or facilitating at the e-campus, this is a new space for you. But don't worry, we've tried to make it as simple as possible to use and very intuitive in terms of using it. So today I want to take us through a tour of the e-learning portal. And just apart from the tour, I want us to go deeper into how we are going to be uploading our courses. Remember yesterday we said that we are going to be uploading our courses individually. So we need to know, how do we edit the course template? You remember you're going to be provided with a Word template where you're structuring your materials on that Word document. But after you have completed structuring your document on that Word document, we need you now to upload that content on the learning management system, because the learning management system is going to be the center of teaching and learning activities. When I talk about teaching and learning activities, it is the end-to-end of what you do as a lecturer. So you will be able to share your learning materials with the students on the learning management system. You'll be able to assess the learners. The university is moving away from the paper-based cards. All continuous assessments will be done on the learning management system. So you need to think around how you're going to offer your assessments. On the learning management system, you'll also be able to have live classes, just like we are having right now. This tool is available on the LMS. So you can schedule a live class, a defense for the master students. You can use this learning management system for that purpose. And as we were able to see yesterday, you can monitor learning. Remember the way we were able to go to a student's profile and check on their activity report. And that activity report gives us details on how the learner has been accessing the resources. Did they read a resource, or did they just jump several resources and go straight to the cart? So you are able to monitor learning at that particular level. So with the learning management system, it has the tools you need to effectively deliver your teaching. But of course, as we were having the discussion yesterday, and we keep having this discussion, and Sam took us through the tricks that students use when they want to bypass certain aspects of the learning process in the learning management system. So, and we were able to discuss ideas of how you can tighten the loose ends in terms of especially with the quizzes, how you can be able to stop that cheating. And of course, it requires a lot of effort from your end as a lecturer to have very well-designed assessments that do not make it easy for the students to cheat. So the learning management system will also have tools that allow for collaboration between the learners, because you realize when you're teaching online, interaction is a very important component. There are 4 levels of interaction that needs to take place online. The first interaction is the lecturer-learner interaction. So your presence as a lecturer is very important. Don't just dump your content on the LMS and just disappear saying, oh, I've already given materials to the students. Your presence is important. You need to be interacting with the student in the discussion forums. They will be posting questions before the class, or when you have scheduled a class, after the class, when they are reading the resources, as they are watching your videos that you have given, they will be having questions and they will be posting in the discussion forum. So your role as a lecturer is to ensure that you're giving feedback to the students. The other interaction, which is very, very important, is what we call learner-learner interaction. So as you're developing your online course, create opportunities where students are able to interact with each other. So you can give them some discussion activity for them to brainstorm in the discussion forum. So it brings that interaction that is very important, learner-learner interaction. The approach of teaching that we are using, or we are advocating for at the eCampus, is something called social constructivism. Right? I'll just type it there. Social constructivism is an education approach which it measures on interaction. So we don't want a boring online course where you have just attached notes and you disappear. No, that is not the approach we are going. The approach we're going is creating learning activities. When it comes to the learning resources that you're going to be sharing to the learners, we want you to use a variety of learning resources. You will attach notes, you will attach your PowerPoints, but yesterday I made an observation. You have very nice PowerPoint slides, but when you are in class, you usually explain to the students the PowerPoint as it is projected. So what is the equivalent of that when you're in an online class? The equivalent of it is you need to create a voice over PowerPoint. Narrate your voice over your PowerPoint. And tomorrow, we are going to see you using a simple tool called OBS. It's a simple open source recording application that you can use to record voice over PowerPoint. So that's just an overview of what is expected from you as you're developing the online course. So for today, I want to take us through a virtual tour of the learning management system, more so for those who are new, who are teaching at the eCampus for the very first time. So let me just share the learning management system. I I shared a short video on how to log in, and I'm sure by now we are all comfortable with logging into the learning management system. So what we may need to know is how to get around the learning management system. So I'll take 5 minutes just to get us to appreciate the LMS. We will be calling it different names. Sometimes we call it LMS, sometimes we call it Virtual Learning Environment, VLE. Some people will call it the e-learning portal, but we are all referring to the same application, which is what we are seeing on screen, the learning management system. Now, our learning management system has several components that we have put in so that to make learning easy. So on the top component, because of the COVID-19, quite a number of meetings are taking place virtually. So we created virtual spaces for the various administrators. And I know a number of you have been attending the meetings through the virtual meeting rooms. And then we have quick links. Whatever you're able to see, my courses, module registration, fee payment, and online content development training. These we refer to them as quick links. So anytime we are running activities at the eCampus, we want it to make it easy for participants to be able to access the areas that they are going to be working on. And these are the key areas people usually access a lot. For our students and even for the users on the site, they want to be able to go straight to the courses that they are teaching or learning. So we have created a quick link to my courses. Module registration is for the students. So before our students are able to be enrolled into courses, they need to register for the modules, then we move them into the courses they are learning. Fee payment is for the students. And of course, currently, because we are running a lot of school-based trainings, we have created a repository for training resources here. So at your free time, apart from the resources I'm sharing in our space at the School of Medicine virtual room, you can also access other resources which will equip you in content development for e-learning at this particular page. So you simply click on it and the content will be availed. We have forums where we collect views from students. So we have the news forum where we post announcements, just similar to the notice boards on the notice board on the school. So we have our virtual notice board here. We have the forum where students, the face-to-face students are able to interact. We have the complaints and compliments forum where we receive complaints and compliments from our students. And we have the administration forum. So here, the administrators at the eCampus usually post announcements. So sometimes, once in a while, because you will be teaching online, you may need to know the term dates, you may need to know any special announcements that are being made by the administrators. And we rarely do memos at the eCampus. So this is our memo space, the admin forum. So when you click on the admin forum, you'll be able to see the announcements as they're coming in. I'll give you all access to it so that you make it a point. So whenever you log into the learning management system, just pop into the administrative forum to be able to see anything that is happening so that nothing misses you out, that no important information is missed out. We have set up a library, and this should be of interest to you because of our students are virtual and they may not access the physical library. So we have an e-librarian who has created links to electronic databases that Maseno subscribes to, the past papers, the open educational resource links, and then of course we have a forum where you can interact with the librarian. So in case you want to access a resource, a paper, or you even want to add to the resources that we have, because in our OER, we are really relying on you as lecturers to be able to help us build the database of OERs. So our librarian is called Miss Rosemary Obat. And I will share her contact so that in case you have a resource that you'd like to share with us so that we put it up on our e-library, please do that, because these spaces are usually accessed a lot by our students, including the past papers. So for that database of past papers for School of Medicine, I know you may be having them in the physical library. Please, you can send us the soft copies and we're going to put them up here for your students. This is very, very important for them as they are preparing for exams or revision. So all students have access to this, including your School of Medicine students. So we'd really love if you share with us the past papers and then we structure them here. We have structured them by school and by department. And finally, we have Staff Center. So staff center is a space we have created specifically for internal staff, our lecturers, and the internal eCampus staff. So currently, for each school, we have set up a dean meeting room, just like what we have currently using. So for a school, you have your space on the e-learning portal. You can schedule your meetings on that space. You can share documents, which needs to be accessed by all school members. So it will be like a repository for the school. So you can keep building it. So apart from the training resources I am adding for you guys there, you can also add more materials that are relevant to the school. You can be putting up your calendar of your timetable so that it becomes like a repository for the school. It's a special space specifically for your school. And we've done that for all the other schools. Okay, so that is it about our homepage of the learning management system. So I now know you have a sense of what each component entails. Another very important component is your profile. Currently, not all of us have worked on our profiles. So you realize you don't have a picture on the learning management system. So you may need to edit your profile or edit your details. I've created an account for you, but maybe I have misspelled your name, or maybe I have put the names in an improper order. You may need to change the email and all that. So to be able to change your details on the learning management system, you will be clicking on your where your name appears. There's like a small arrow on the top right corner, then click on profile. So from the profile, you can put up a small profile description about yourself. This is very, very important for the students to be able to connect with you. But if you haven't put up your profile, so this information will not be there. So how do you put this information? Scroll down, click edit profile. So when you click on edit profile, you can change your details. As you can see, my name, my email. This is where you type in under the description. This is where you type in your short information about yourself. This information is visible by anybody who clicks on your name on the site. So please create a profile that you'd like people, what you'd like people to know about you. Being an academic platform, of course, we'd like to know what you've studied, where you've studied, your level of academic, your level in terms of what you have done academically, research interests, projects, and if you're comfortable, tell us how many kids you have and how many are eligible for. Yeah, I have 2 daughters. So kama kuna ng'ombe tafadhali zilete mapema. So if you're comfortable, say something about your family. Yeah? And then you can attach your profile picture here. So if you want to attach your profile picture, simply click this button or this button. And then the system will ask you to attach a file, just the way you usually attach a file, a file on email. Just follow the same procedure. All files, choose file, browse for the picture on your computer, attach it. Once it's attached, you can put in other information like the program, the school, the mobile number, semester. These are additional information that you can add, the campus where you're based, and then click update profile. So after this, kindly work on your profile so that when the students come into the learning management system and they go through the participants list of the course, they need to distinctively know who's the lecturer. And then they click on your name, they should be able to read your profile and know who you are. So that is it about the profile. Now, on the same menu, you will be getting something called messages. So students will be sending you messages. Like for me, currently I have 10 messages here. So you can see the messages that they will be loading, of course. So sometimes as you will be teaching online, students will be sending you some private message. Like I can see Dr. Lorraine has sent me a message, Dr. Nyambuga, Herbert. So these are messages that have come in. So people will be sending you messages, and this will be like your personal inbox on the site. So this will be one-on-one communication that you'll be having with the people who are sending you message. Mostly it will be your students. So you may want to chat with a student privately. So the student may want to chat with you privately. So whenever you log in, please note of the messages that the students have sent you. So by simply clicking on the messages, you click on the message and you're able to read the message. I can be able to read the messages that Dr. Lorraine has sent me. and I can be able to respond back. So messages will be a tool that you will be using a lot as you're communicating online. And anytime you have messages in your inbox, you will be getting the notification up here. So currently I've read one, so I have 9 to go. And if the user who's sending you the message is online, it will indicate, like here it's indicating Dr. Lorraine Maseno is offline. But if she was online, it would indicate to me she's online, and we can be able to chat online, right? So sometimes you can use the message tool to have one-on-one interaction with a student, as maybe you're discussing something with him or her. So that is the message. And you can also create messages. So the message tab here allows you to create messages. So when you click on the message tab, you can there. So I can search for the person I want to send a message to. For example, I want to send to Peter Nyeno. It will give me the, okay. I can search for the person whom I want to send a message to. There's so many Peters. You need to know exactly the order of the name of that person. And then once you click on the person you have found, then you can be able to just send them a message. Just type a message, say, hi, Peter. When they log in, they'll be able to find the message. So maybe you want to send a message to a student, you can simply send a message in that manner. So that is about the message. So this one will aid you in communication. Then the other one is preferences. Preferences allow you to set your personal preferences on the site. So it's like you're setting your own space. You want to edit your profile. You want to change password. I know right now I've put your passwords as your phone, your email address, but you may want to change the password. You can change password from here. You can set your preferences in terms of language, but please don't change this. We have already set it to English. That's the default on the server. Forum preferences. Anytime you will be posting in forums, they will be flooding your emails, especially if you have large classes, right? So you can set the preferences of how you want the forum post to be posted on your email, right? So you can say, I want them to be giving me just 1 email a day with the subject of the discussion, so that I can just pass my eyes through the forum discussions that have been posted in my class, and then I can click on the one that is of interest to me. You can allow the forum to track for you new posts, right? So when you're teaching an online course, every day the students will be making forum discussion posts. And so in the morning, you don't want to read what you read yesterday. You want the system to tell you there are only 3 new posts, right? And you also want the forums to mark posts as read as soon as you read them. So here in preferences, I want you to explore the preferences. More so, if you want to change your password, edit your profile, and especially this forum preferences, including the message preferences. You want to block some messages from coming in so that you're not getting so many messages. You can change that, and many other preferences. So here under preferences, you will be setting how the site will be presenting messages, you're editing your profile, editing your password, and all sorts of things. So here you're setting your personal preferences on the site. It's like you're customizing your own space on the site. This is about preferences. Of course, logouts, everyone knows what it means. If you want to log out to the system, you log out from here. Now, being a lecturer, your account may not have this feature. This is for me because I'm a site administrator. Sometimes if a user is having problems and I want to find out why they're having that problem, I can be able to switch into their role and see what challenges they're having just to troubleshoot. So this is mine, so don't worry about this one. But now at least you know about these ones, right? These ones which are very important for you. So that's a tour of the e-learning portal. So what do I expect you to do today? Kindly work on your profile, right? Work on your profile. Mine may not be a model profile, but it can give you a sense of what needs to go into the profile. So as you put up your profile and put up a profile picture, so that next time we log into the system, we will not be seeing faceless people. We need to see your face on the site, right? We need to see you. So please work on your profile and put up profile descriptions. Also, it is also easy for us to search for your name on the site or to search for you on the site when your profile is worked on. So that is it about a tour of the e-learning portal. At this point, before I move to the course, how to edit a course, I will take in questions from I think let's take another 10 minutes for questions, then we'll move to the next session. Yes, Dr. Bonuke is saying, could you please share the profile templates for EDONs to select from? Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to attach it under our resources on the School of Medicine virtual room. Yes, I'll do that before close of business today. Any more questions? Okay.
Babra.
Yes.
There are a number of dons who are not able to log in. How can you help them?
Oh, they're not able to log in.
Yeah, a number is stuck.
What?
Would you allow me the rights to be able to sort them out?
Yes. Let me give you manager rights on the site so that you can be able to sort them. Okay.
Yeah, for those that I can be able to reach, I should be able to sort them out.
Let me just do that right now. Give me 2 minutes. So Bonuke, you can be able to sort them out. You can search for the user and then reset their profiles and create the users for those who are not already in the system. Sam?
Sorry, go ahead, Babra. I was mute.
Oh, okay. So I've given you the right. So you're able to search for the users and able to add users and also reset passwords for those who have been challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
It looks like there are just issues to do with the links. I guess people are not using the right link.
You can share with them.
Errors with logging in. So it could be just the order of either the email address, the way they're typing it, or the phone number, the way it's being pressed. But I'll check out. I'll fix that.
Yeah, please help me with that so that you can focus on the. Thank you. So as Sam sorts out the rest, we can go straight into the second part. Rose, did you have a question, Rose?
No, I don't have.
Okay, Molly, you okay?
Yes, I have a question, Babra.
Yes, Molly.
You talked about some documents that can be attached, like exam timetables, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to know, do we send them to you so that you attach, or we'll be able to attach them to that site on our own?
You'll be able to attach them on your own. Yes. So so I'll give all the lecturers on the School of Medicine space the ability to be able to attach documents on that space.
Okay, thank you.
Babra, I have a question.
Yes.
So this LMS can be used by multiple users?
Yes.
Okay, without it crashing or failing.
Yes, that can be done. Actually, currently on the site, we have 39,000 users. And we almost have the entire university population online. Because thanks to the PhD 112, we've been adding users, about 6,000, 7,000 users every semester. So, and we've tested the concurrency. At a given time, we can have up to 2,000, 3,000 students learning online at the same time. So, and we continue to improve on it. By September, we will be improving and strengthening the infrastructure further, given the level of interaction in terms of teaching that will be taking place online. So that one is taken care of. So you will have very minimal downtimes. Actually, we are guaranteeing about 95% uptime. Okay, any other question? Okay, it's okay, Sisa. I'll do that. I'll mute the noisemakers. Sisa, thank you. But of course, we don't have any noisemakers here. Hapa tupigi kelele. Okay, so we can now move to the second part of today. Apart from the virtual tour, which I was supposed to take you through, I wanted us to appreciate how we are going to be practically editing the courses that we are going to be developing online. Remember, we said yesterday, everybody takes responsibility of uploading their own courses. So we need that skill of how to be able to edit. It is very simple. But before I move to that point where we can edit, yesterday I was engaging with Angela and I was creating the departments for School of Medicine. So I was creating the departments, and I want to share the departments so that we can ensure that I have not left out any department. I didn't know you guys had so many departments. Oh, so I hope you're all able to see the section on School of Medicine, this part. So I have set up the Department of Anatomy. Have I put it correctly? Is it Department of Anatomy? Then Department of Physiology, Biochemistry.
It should be Department of Human Anatomy.
Department of Human Anatomy. Okay,
Headed by It's Dr. Oyeko, not Professor Oyeko. They are here to give me professorship title.
Oh, okay, thank you. So the HOD is Dr. The
Dr.
HOD
Oyeko.
Oyeko. Okay. The next one is okay, Department of did I write it right? Physiology? Is that
Medical
correct?
Physiology.
Medical Physiology, okay.
Head is Professor Mwena Magak.
Magak.
Professor Mwena Magak.
Magak, I like that, eh?
M-A-G-A-K.
Okay, Magak. Okay, so it's called Medical Physiology.
Yes.
Like that. Okay. So you will give me the courses. I know some HODs have sent courses, others have not. So that's why I haven't created your courses yet. But I'm hoping by today you should be able to send me so that I can put the courses for each department. Then the other one is Department of Biochemistry. Is that correct?
It's medical biochemistry.
Biochemistry. Okay, let me change that. Headed by
Dr. Wilson Okum.
Okush.
Yes.
Okay. Then the next department, and Okush, I haven't received your courses. Then the other one is microbiology, right? Do I need to edit? Is Department of Microbiology correct? Or do I need to add something?
Medical microbiology. I think Scholastica is online. Medical microbiology, headed by Dr. Scholastica Korir.
Korir. Okay. So I'll need the courses and the location so that I can add the courses there. The other one is Department of Pathology. Should I also add medical pathology?
It's human pathology.
Human, okay. Headed by?
Jules Etabale.
Okay.
Dr. Jules Etabale.
Etabale. Okay.
Yes.
Etabale.
And also we can't see the list.
Huh? You handed in
we can't see the list.
You can't see that?
The list that you are sharing for the departments.
Oh, you can't see them? Oh,
yes.
Let me just share the screen again. Huh? Let me just share the screen. I'm sorry for that. Now, are you able to see them? They're here. They're where my mouse is hovering. Are you able to see them now?
Yes, now you can see them.
Okay, so there's Department of Human Anatomy, Department of Medical Physiology, Biochemistry. So I was at Human Pathology. The other one is okay, that one, and Gynecology. Is that one okay? This one. Obstetrics and Gynecology. That one. That hard word. Is that one okay? Who's the HOD for this one?
Yes, Barbara, it's okay.
It's okay. And who's the HOD?
It's called Dr. Stephen Guer.
Doctor?
Stephen Guer.
Stephen?
Guer.
Gwen.
Guer, yeah, exactly. You on that, yeah. No, R, not N.
Oh, Guer. Okay. Thank you. So I'll need your courses so that I can populate them.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you can see your courses are empty. Your departments are they don't have courses, so I need that. Then there is a Department of Pediatrics. Oh, this one I think there's an error with the spelling. It's pediatrics, right?
Barbara, it is Pediatrics and Child Health. The chair is Dr. Walter Otieno.
Pediatrics and Child Health, huh?
Yes, and the chair is Dr. Walter Otieno.
Let me just change that. The one Dr. Walter.
Yes, Dr. Walter Otieno.
He's taken care of my baby at one time.
Yes, the one Dr. Walter.
Okay, so I think that is okay. Pediatrics and Child Health. Then Department of Internal Medicine, is that correct? Okay, the others, okay. So there's Department of Internal Medicine. Is that okay? Then Department of Surgery. I think is in a repetition. Psychiatry, Department of Radiology, and Department of Family Medicine. Are those okay?
Barbara, it's for Department of Radiology.
Department of Radiology?
Yeah.
So it's okay, yeah?
And imaging. And imaging, yeah?
Or radiology and imaging.
Yeah.
The one heading it is Dr.
Clinton.
Dr. Clinton.
Otieno.
Otieno who?
Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Yes.
So I'll need the list of courses from your department and allocation, please.
I sent it.
Or you sent it to Dr. Ayere?
Email.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll so the others are okay. Department of Surgery, Department of Internal Medicine, this is Psychiatry, and the Department of Family Medicine. Those ones are okay.
For surgery, I've sent a text for, you could look on the chat box for the spellings.
Okay.
You can do that later, Barbara.
I'll do that later, thanks. Yes. So for all the HODs, kindly just send me the list of courses and allocation for each of your departments so that I can populate the courses here. And then I'll be able to enroll each lecturer on their course space so that when you log in tomorrow morning on your dashboard, you'll be able to see the courses that you're developing. At that particular point, we can move to now. Yes?
Barbara, there's a department missing, pharmacology. I've not seen it in that list.
You can send a message on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, send me a message on WhatsApp, then I'll update it, including the spelling mistakes. Please pardon me. I'll correct the spelling mistakes also. So now we can move to looking at sample courses and how to edit, because I know that is what everyone is asking. How do we edit the courses that we will be developing? So I'll just open up because School of Business, their courses are already ready. So I'll just open up one, the undergraduate courses. So once I populate your courses, they will be appearing under your department like this. For the HODs, you'll be able to see all the courses under the department. So let's look at how a course structure looks like. So once I create the courses will have this course structure, and this course structure mimics what is on the course template. So that as soon as you work on the course template, you simply come and plug in the content on this particular structure on your course. The courses have 10 topics, but I stand guided because I know the structure of School of Medicine is a bit different. So do we need to put on 10 topics or 10 sections, or do we need to put more or less? So I'll stand guided as the HODs. Please guide me and tell me this particular course has this number of sections. The sections are the topics, which each, and for those that more than one lecturer is developing the topics, I'll create the topics, and then you come specifically to your section and you add content to specifically your section of the course. So for those courses which have more than one developer, so if you're teaching the first section, just come to the first section and put your content. The one who's teaching the second section, come to the second section, put your topic title or your section title and add your resources there. So the courses are going to be divided into sections. The top section, this one, will be for the overall course information. So the top section here, which we're calling general, the course details, course code, and then the lecturer details, the course information. This one I'm going to get from you're going to get from the course outline, because I know each course has a course outline. So we're going to fill in the general course information from the course outline. Then the topics or the sections, each lecturer will be filling in their own section. So how do you populate the content on your section? Once I enroll you onto your course, I will give you what you call a lecturer role. With the lecturer role, it means you're able to edit information on the course. So how do you start to edit information on the course? On the top right corner, there's going to be this icon, right? On every course, to know that you have editing rights, you'll be able to see this icon. I hope you're able to see where my mouse is pointing at. It was on the top right corner. When you click on that icon, there is an option called Turn Editing On. So for you to start editing a course, it must be in editing mode. So go to Turn Editing On by clicking on it. And what happens, the course is going to go into editing mode. So currently, the course is in editing mode. And that's why you're able to see the editing icons popping all over. So these are editing icons. So I'm assuming I'm working on this first section of the course, which is the first topic. So I want to edit this information by adding the introduction, the learning outcomes, the learning activities for my section, and the assessment and other activities. So for you to edit this section, for every section, it's going to have its own editing link. So for you to edit this section, the editing link is here. And if you notice keenly, the site highlights for you the section you're going to edit. See, I'm hovering my mouse over this section, and the edit link is there. So for each section, this section, the edit link is here. So if you want to edit this section, which you have already given the template for, you simply click Edit, then say Edit Settings, and click on Edit Settings. So here you insert the title of your course or your section, type in or put in an introduction. An introduction of your section is an overview of the section. So it's just a single paragraph giving the students highlights of what that particular section they will cover. You state the learning outcomes. Upon completing this topic or this section, you will be able to, then you state the objectives. Remember to follow the Bloom's taxonomy when stating objectives. You'll be able to describe, explain, the verbs, the Bloom's verbs that are used when stating objectives. Kindly use the appropriate verbs depending on the level on the Bloom's taxonomy. Then, here, in the learning activities or tasks, describe the tasks that the students are going to undertake in that section. For example, you may have given them some notes to read. So guide them and tell them, read the following topic notes. After reading the topic notes, you may want them to participate in a discussion. So you tell them, read the following topic notes and proceed in the topic discussion and participate in the discussion on this and that. You may have maybe you're going to attach for them a lecture video to listen. So write down the activities, the task, describe them to the learner, describe them accurately. You have been provided a lecture video on the following. Watch the video, take note of the following aspects, then proceed to this. Or listen to the lecture video. This video forms the foundation of our next meeting. Right? For example, if this activity precedes maybe a practical activity that you're going to have with the students. So maybe you can instruct them that this video will provide the foundation for our next practical activity or lab session. So give very detailed description to the learners regarding the learning tasks that you want them to undertake in that section. Once you're done, also add in the assignment. So if you're going to give them a quiz to attempt, if you're going to give them some assignments, some takeaway assignments to work on and submit, describe that assignment here. So that is how you're going to edit this section with the information from your course template. Once you have edited the information, scroll down and click Save and Return to Course. So the details that you will have updated, input will be updated on this section. The next task that you will be doing is attaching the resources, the notes, the PowerPoint slides, and so on and so forth. So for you to attach a resource, at the end of each section, there's going to be two tabs. One is add a resource and another one is add an activity. So if you want to attach a resource is anything like notes, PowerPoint slides, a link to a resource, online resource that you'd like them to click and view. So all that we refer to as resources. So what the common resource I know you will be attaching is your notes and your other resources that you'd like, your journal articles, papers, and all that, or sections of books that open education resource materials that you want to attach to your section. So if you have more than one document that you want to attach, the best option to use is folder. So click on folder, then give a description to the resources. So if it is session, if it is, just a minute, my son is asking for my attention. Okay, working from home, manenos. Okay, so so session 1 resources. Just and then you can give them a description, maybe the order in which you want them to read them. Then click here to start attaching your resources. So let me attach that first resource. So you can have several resources in a folder. Let me add another resource from drive C, from drive D. So Using the folder option, you can attach several resources. Once you have attached all of them to the student, click Save and Return to Course. Anytime you're editing a section, always make sure that you click Save and Return to Course. As you can see, my resources are attached. I can click on them, and there are the notes or the resources that I had attached to the student. What if I want to share a link to the students, maybe to a YouTube video that I have attached? So I can click on URL and then pick the URL of the video, put it here, and then put the description. Video on, yeah, a description of the video comes there, then save and return to course. So I have added a link to my course. So this is how you will be building your courses, right? You will be editing the instructions and attaching the resources, right? So you can attach a folder if you have more than one resource to attach to the student. If you have a link, you can use the URL option. The others, I think I'll do a separate video to show you how to use a page, to use a label, IMS content package. You'll not be using them so oftenly, but for now, let us just use the common one, which is folder and URL as we are attaching our videos. When you will have created your recordings, upload them on your YouTube channel, because each one of us, if you have a Gmail, it allows you to attach YouTube videos to your channel, then share the links on the sections of your course. So for tomorrow, we'll be focusing on how do we record, upload on YouTube, then share the link on our courses. So once you get your course space, you can start editing the sections of your course with the relevant information on each of the topics or each of the sections. Then you can start attaching your notes, your resources for each of the section. So that is how easy it is to edit your course. So once you're done editing your course, you need to get out of editing mode. So click this icon again, then click Turn Off Editing. So there, we've turned off editing. And that is how you simply edit the sections of your course, and your course will be complete. So at that particular point, we can get questions. Okay. Hello, Kennedy. Which list are you referring to? Hello. Yes, Molly.
Now, these topics, you do this for each and every lecture topic that you have to give.
Yes.
How do you arrange them in an orderly manner, such
They
that
already,
maybe week 1, week 2, something like that, week 3?
Okay, they're already in order. If you notice, the topics are in flowing order. So you'll be the one who's editing. So if this is week 1, you edit week 1 and put week 1 here. Then week 2 comes here, week 3 comes here, week 4 comes here. So the sections are already there. So you'll be adding them as you move down. So yeah.
Thank
you. Grace and Kennedy seem to be talking about a list. We can't see the list, Babra. Yes. So I was referring to the list of courses. So the HOD needs to provide me with a list of courses so that I can populate them on the platform and then enroll each one of you on your course space. So for each of the courses you're developing, I'm going to enroll you in a course space that looks like this so that you can start populating your course space with the relevant content for that topic. Is that clear, Kennedy and Grace?
Maybe I have another question.
It's okay.
those PowerPoint slides, we are not to upload them. You said we need to do the OBS, something to do with OBS.
Yes, so I was referring to the PowerPoint slides. I realize you have nice PowerPoint slides, but for e-learning, you may find that giving the student just that PowerPoint slide, they may miss out a lot of information, which the face-to-face students usually explain over the PowerPoints, right? You're presenting them in class with the PowerPoint, but you're also carrying out explanations on what is on the PowerPoint slide. So that is what I was recommending for our PowerPoints. We can narrate over them. We can record our voice over them. So that is why I was recommending that tomorrow we can practice creating a voice over PowerPoint. And I was recommending an open source software called Obs Studio. It's a simple software that allows you to be able to record your narration, your audio narration, your narration over your PowerPoint. Let me just put the link here. Only you can click on that link and be able to download that simple application OBS and add it to your applications on your computer. Tomorrow we are going to see practically how to be able to run it. But before even tomorrow, I'll create a recording for us, short recording, and share it on our WhatsApp on how to be able to use that software.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Barbara, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, if is it possible to upload the topics, for example, for the whole semester, and then allow block some of them so that you only open up week by week, topic for every week during the semester? Is that possible?
Yes, it is very possible, and I just want to demonstrate it on screen. So when you're on editing mode, you can see I've changed to editing mode. I've turned editing on. So yes. I'm assuming this is week 1, right? Students are in week 1, and I don't want them to see week 2. So for the topic, I just click here and click hide topic. Are you seeing the hide topic?
Yes.
So I canceled that I there, and you see the system will tell me hidden from students. So you're able to upload all the sections of your course, and then you can hide them. And then when the week for which you want to deliver this course reaches, you just simply come here and say show topic. So it's possible to hide the sections that you don't want the students to see. And it's actually recommended so that the students will be learning systematically. Samson, you're not able to see screen. Are you all able to see the screen? Samson is not able to. But Samson, don't worry, I'm recording this session, so you'll be able to review that section. Huh?
And then there's a part, Barbara, that you seem not to have touched. There was a slot somewhere for activities.
Okay.
I'm assuming that one will be addressed later, or
I can address it now, but I'll be sending a series of video on how to be able to work on the activities. So let me just tackle that. For the activities, the difference between a resource and activity is that resources are used to share the learning materials with the students, right? When you're attaching learning materials. But resources are for activities resources are for sharing learning materials. And activity are for those active tasks that you'll be giving the students. For example, let me touch on 2 activities which you will be using a lot. The first one is the assignment activity. So the assignment activity is a tool that allows students to be able to submit a document for you to grade. So for example, you've given the students an activity where you want them to prepare a document, right? You want them to prepare a presentation, which you want them to upload for you to review. You've given them some task to write a report, and you want them to submit. So this is the tool that you will use to allow students to submit. So first, when you're setting it up, just with any activity, you need to give it the name of the task. Session report. So this particular assignment is for them to submit the session report submission. And the description. And then you need to give it the due date. allow submissions from when, so you can restrict the timeline from which the students can be able to submit the document. So the due date, the cutoff date, and then for you as a lecturer, you can set the date you want the system to remind you when to grade. Remember yesterday we talked about the timeline and the courses. So the timeline is a calendar which is generated from the activities you have set up on your course. So in this case, if you put here and say, remind me on a certain date to grade, the system will be sending you notification and telling you there are assignments that need your attention. And then you can set the submission type. Sometimes you only want the students to type in their contribution, or you want them to upload a file. So you can check the one that is relevant, or you can check both. If you have a word limit in the submission that the students should not submit beyond a given number of words, you can indicate that. If you want to limit the number of upload files that they can upload, you can put up that restriction. Maybe you just want them to upload one document. You don't want them to upload more than one. Then you can limit the size of the submitted document so that it is not too bulky. You can set the access. Maybe you just want them to submit in PDF, in Word, so you can put the limitation there. And a grade, you can put the number of points you want to grade them by. Let's say I want to grade them by 15 points. Use simple direct grading, which is recommended, and then save and return to course. So here I've added an activity called session report. So here students are able to submit the report. I'm able to view it and grade. The other activity you will be using a lot, which you've already added for you, is the discussion forum. The forum. So the forum is a tool you'll be adding for whenever you want to have an activity where the students are undertaking some form of discussion. But of course, in the template, I have already factored that in and added a forum for each of your sections. The activity which I am going to create a video for you is activity called a quiz. So you have an assessment you want to give them, which is in form of a quiz, multiple choice, true, false questions, matching questions, short answer questions, all those kind of quizzes that you create. We can actually be able to create them on the platform so that we go paperless. I'm going to do a comprehensive video on this quiz. How do you add the quiz, and how do you add questions to the quiz, and how do you put in the restrictions we were talking about yesterday? You want to restrict the amount of time, you want to shuffle the questions, you want to shuffle the answers. So all those restrictions, I'm going to do a comprehensive quiz on this, video on how to work with the quiz. The rest, we will keep exploring as we go on. The lesson, the questionnaire. So because we can't take in everything at once, I'll be introducing the activities little by little. So for this initial, as we are doing the initial upload, we're going to use assignment, discussion, and quiz a lot. Assignment, discussion, and quiz. Those three are the ones we are going to be using a lot. As soon as we conquer that territory, we will now go and conquer the others, right? The many other activities that are there. But just note that we are going to be using assignment, the forum, and the quiz. Those are the ones we will be using a lot initially as we move to using others such as wiki, workshop, which are good for collaborative activities. That one we will move pole as we add on to our skills. I hope that answers you, Daktari. So Simon has a question. Babra, Grace, Babra, do we do the editing while online, or one can do it while offline then upload? When you're editing directly on the course, you have to be online. So you have to have good internet connection when you're uploading, when you are editing directly on your course space on the learning management system. That one, you have to be online. How does one assess academic integrity and plagiarism to avoid students from copy-pasting work from others for the work submitted? Simon, yesterday we said Maseno is in the process of procuring Turnitin. We are going to embed Turnitin, and Turnitin embeds to this tool, the assignment tool. So we are going to configure it to work with the assignment tool. So as soon as a student uploads a document, it will be carrying out an automatic plagiarism test. So even by the time you're looking at the student's assignment, the system will already be giving you the plagiarism results from the plagiarism run that it has done. So we are working on this to ensure all submitted documents by the students will undergo a plagiarism test. Is it a must that the CAT be done weekly for every topic? Not necessarily. You will guide us, Rose. How many assignments do you usually give? And then you can spread them across the weeks, or you can give them at specific weeks within your course. So you make the decision as you are developing the course. Do we have access to the e-library? Yes. And for those who are new, I will give you access today. So by close of today, you'll be able to access the e-library, the entire e-library. And Simon and HODs, please let us also build the e-library for School of Medicine by giving us the past papers so that we can structure them for your students on the e-library. Thank you. Thank you for the questions. Any more questions?
Yes, I do have a.
Go ahead, Weekly.
Some of us teach outside the School of Medicine. So how will we be uploading them? Should we be using the School of Medicine platform, or should we be going to those schools where we teach and use their platforms?
When you refer to the platform, this learning management system, the platform is, you can access it from anywhere. So you can access, the site is accessible from anywhere. So even if you're in the US and you're teaching, you can still access the platform. So in terms of access, it is like, you've
not got me correct. I'm teaching the school, right?
Yes.
Will I go to the School of Biology and use their Dean's virtual to upload lecture materials, or I'll be using the one of School of Medicine?
I need to make a clarification. For uploading of the materials, each lecturer will have their own space. When you log into the site tomorrow, after I get the allocation from the dean, when you come to your dashboard on the dashboard of when you log in, you'll be able to access the courses here. So each one will have each course will have its own space. For the School of Medicine virtual meeting room, this is a common space for the School of Medicine, where all the lecturers are congregating here for the purpose of this training and also for the purpose of just sharing common resources. But in terms of developing your course, each course will have its own space. And when you go to your dashboard, you'll be able to see the course spaces for the courses you are developing. So that distinction needs to come out very clear. So there's the School of Medicine space, which is the common space for us as faculty for School of Medicine.
Doctors.
Bonuke, maybe you can help me answer that.
Amenipa, right, so that nimsaidie ngoja. Amenipa your role nimsaidie, because she's teaching and she can't be adding people teaching at the same time. Yeah. Where?
Okay, so maybe Bonuke was on a call, sorry. So each course you're developing will have its own space. Each course you are developing or teaching will have its own space. But the School of Medicine, Dean School of Medicine virtual room is for all of us, where we'll be sharing the training resources. I hope that distinction is clear.
Hello, Babra.
Hey, Babra.
Yes.
I think he was asking if we are teaching two different schools. Are you able to be assigned from two different schools?
Yes, you are. I'm going to assign, if you're teaching in two different schools, you're going to be able to access the virtual rooms for both schools. So when you're having meetings that relate to the other school, you'll be using that other virtual room. And if you're having meetings relating to School of Medicine, then you'll be using this virtual room. So yes. Thank you for that clarification. I think I didn't understand the question, but now I've understood. Thank you.
Yeah, the other I have one question, Babra, sorry.
It's okay.
The issue of e-books, e-library, I wanted to find out if you have access to e-textbooks. E-textbooks, yes.
Okay, we have a librarian. She's called Rosemary Obat. And I think yesterday I indicated that I'm going to share her contact. So she guides on what is accessible at the e-library. So I'm going to give all of you access to the e-library. Then there's a forum where you can post a question to her and she's able to ask the e-librarian. So if you have a specific, because she tells me there are some books that are open access, so you can be able to download them. I usually see her support School of Public Health, and there are some ebooks that are available. So whatever is open and accessible, she can help you access. Whatever is restricted, she'll also tell you. So I may not be the best person to answer about the ebooks, but I'll give all of you access to the e-library, and then you can post a question for her on the Ask the E-Librarian forum, and she'll be able to get back to you on any of the questions that you ask.
A quick question. If we are sharing links or sites, YouTube videos and so on, is there a way of quickly knowing the copyright restrictions on doing that?
So what I usually recommend, when you create your videos on YouTube and you want to restrict access, so when you are uploading them, usually put them as unlisted, right? YouTube gives you 3 options. You can make the link public, you can make the link private, or you can make it unlisted. When it is private, it means other people cannot be able to view that video. When it is public, it means anybody who goes to YouTube and searches your channel will be able to access that video. But when it is unlisted, it means only the specific people whom you share the link to will be able to access the video. So the best option to upload your videos is use unlisted, right? And then copy the link and put it on the LMS. Remember that option where you just add a URL to the LMS on your session, on your topic. So add it as a link there, but make it unlisted on YouTube so that not every Tom, Dick, and Harry can be able to access the video. Only the people who have access to the link, which you have shared to, can be able to access it. That would be the best approach.
And how about if you're sharing links or videos done by other people? Is there a way of knowing about copyright restrictions on those?
Yes, there's a way of doing it. So when you're searching on Google and you're searching for resources, it's always important to check on the copyrights. So when you're on Google, I want you to type advanced search. So when you're on advanced search in Google, it usually gives you the option to be able, you see the usage rights. You can filter the resources by rights. So you can search for videos that are free to use and share. So that when you're searching for your resource here, YouTube will only give you resources whose licenses are free to use and share. There are licenses or videos that are free to use or share, even commercially. So this is if you're intending to use that video for commercial purposes or use that resource for commercial purposes. So you need Google to filter for you resources that are free to share, even commercially. There are some resources you want to share, but you want to use, but you will be making modifications on them. So you need Google to filter for you resources that are free to use, share, or modify. Then the last one, free to use, share, or modify, even commercially. So when you're using advanced search, it can filter for you the resources. So as you're searching for the resources, it can filter for you by license so that you're safe, knowing that even if I'm using this resource, it is free to use, share, or modify, or it is free to use even commercially. So when you're searching, use advanced search on Google to get the resource that has the proper license so that you don't get into trouble when we have already put it on the Maseno site. So I would recommend that we use the advanced Google search and then we filter the resource by license or usage rights. I hope that is helpful.
Yes, thank you.
Babra.
Yeah, Samson is reminding me to remember time. I'm heading to Maseno because we have a dean's meeting. Maybe I can take just 2 or 3 critical questions. Then the rest of the questions we can be engaging on our WhatsApp group. What do you think? Because we have that shared WhatsApp group, we can post the questions there and we can keep engaging at that level. So let me just take one and I rush to.
So Babra, I'm asking, in a case where you're teaching one course, 2 lecturers are teaching one course, probably you alternate the course. So when you're creating the course space, does it mean that one of you will be the one to upload on behalf of the other?
No, both of you. So each will upload their own section. Yeah.
Your own section, but now you only have one course space for that course.
Yes, we'll only create one course space and then we will enroll both of you.
Okay. And then in a case, what Masata was asking about teaching in different schools, if I'm teaching in medicine, School of Medicine, so does it mean that trying to create the topics for the nursing students, I need to go via the virtual Dean's School of Nursing?
My colleague Peter Kiprotich is in charge of nursing and he's going to create for you the spaces for nursing. So don't worry, he will take care of that and then we'll communicate to you. So you will have a course space for an independent course space for the nursing group and then a course for the medicine group. But Peter will get in touch with you with regard to the nursing one. Okay. So Simon.
Yes, I mentioned about yesterday's group class. I was not there, so I don't know whether I missed out a lot of things. Could you keep mentioning to yesterday's meeting?
Yeah, the recording is attached. I have attached the recording on our School of Medicine virtual space. I'll also be attaching today's recording, so you can listen to it to catch up in whatever you missed.
Thank you.
Okay, so allow me to stop the meeting now because I'm heading to main campus. My boss is also waiting for me there. We have a Dean's training. For further questions and engagement, let's continue in the WhatsApp group. I'm going to share a video today on how to use the OBS so that you can pick it up tomorrow. Thank you so much for attending today's session. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Good day.